We're interviewing Hannah Farrell here at Kentuckiana Integrative Medicine and Ketamine Center. Hannah, is it okay if we put this video on the internet and our website?
Yes.
All right. Well, tell us a little bit about what brought you to Kentuckiana Integrative Medicine.
So 3 years ago, I was hospitalized with depression with suicidal ideation, and I got out, and my medicine had been tweaked, my pharmaceutical had been tweaked a little bit, but I wasn't getting any better. And so my mother, who's a really great advocate, found ketamine treatment for me and set up my first appointments. And I had my first treatments about 3 years ago, and I started feeling relief within, I'd say, about 30 hours. Do you think it was? Yeah, it was not absolutely immediately, but within a few hours, I started feeling a lot better.
So within the first or second treatment, you were a lot better.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So we did the first initial course of treatments, and I think they were 5 of them spread out over about 8 days, I think it was. And by the third one, I definitely felt normal. And by the end of it, of course, I was tired because
Sure.
It makes you really sleepy. But I would say by the end of that course of treatment, I was at least 50% better than I had been before. And I was much better able to actually function in life. I wasn't just in bed, because that's pretty much what I was. I was just in bed all the time.
You weren't able to work or go to school, is that correct?
Right. I was pretty much in bed.
For how long do you think that phase lasted? The in bed phase?
From March to the beginning of June, when we came down here the first time.
So is that like 6 months of severe depression?
Yeah, it's a good 4 months.
Okay.
Where I didn't do anything.
And then you got the ketamine treatment, and I remember your company downsized, and then you got a new job and a promotion. Is that right?
Yeah, and it was a lot easier to work until I decided to go back to school. And so I stopped working, went back to school, and I just finished my second semester in public and community health college, and I have a 4.0 still.
Wow. And then let's not forget that you're a mom of how many children?
3.
Okay. And so how's taking care of them going now compared to back then?
It's so much easier. It's definitely so much easier. I can have fun with them again. It's not all just surviving and getting from meal to extracurricular to other parts of life. We have good relationships. We had a good relationship then, but now I can enjoy them and they can enjoy me, and our life without depression is it's so much better than I ever thought it was going to be.
That's awesome. So, do you want to?
Sure. Okay.
So this is Hannah's husband, and he's a credit to the nation. He's was in the military, and he wants to share his perspective.
So Hannah's had depression for a long time.
How long?
Well, as long as I've known her.
Okay.
She's had it since she was a teenager. And, the last few years, it was really bad. She never really stopped talking about things like killing herself, and had, she was, like she said, she was in bed all the time. And it was really hard to deal with. And she was always saying things like, nobody wants me around, and didn't feel very confident in herself. And I kept taking her to the different doctors to try different things, and they kept giving her different medications, and nothing ever seemed to work. This has really been the first thing that's ever really worked for her, and it's completely turned things around for her, and it's really made our lives a lot better. And I'm really happy with the results.
Awesome.
I mean, for someone who's tried millions of things and to finally find something that works, it's a real relief.
And Hannah's needed boosters, but pretty far apart. How far apart would you say her boosters are?
2 months or 3 months we usually come down here. That's pretty typical. Every 2 to 3 months we'll get a booster.
Okay. And do you feel that the books that we've recommended have been helpful? Are you using those books to help each other?
Yeah, it's definitely helping, trying to understand what's going on with her and communicating better and stress relief. That's a stressful situation for both of us.
Right.
So,
And even though you don't have depression, those books were helpful for you to learn new things, right? New
Yeah.
coping skills.
yeah, I mean, since I don't have depression, I try my best to understand what's going on, and sometimes it doesn't really make sense
Right.
until you read about it,
Right.
and then, so that was really helpful.
Right.
Mhm.
And interesting is it seemed like you guys were so rocky that you might end up divorced, and you look so happy, and I'm just tickled pink because it looked scary at the
Yeah.
beginning, probably for all three of us. And
Uh-huh.
so thank you for sharing. This is an important message to tell other people. So appreciate you both.
Of course.